they've given you an equation here. Okay, it's a quadratic equation, so we can use the quadratic formula. So I'm not gonna write the formula, I'm gonna solve it. So we have a equals oh, you know what, just quickly, right? X is equals to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, a here is 5, b is 13, c is negative 6. Now just put the values in. Whenever you get this question, you can solve it using the formula. So now just put negative b is negative, sorry, b is 13, so it's going to be negative 13 square root b squared. That'll be, okay, 13 squared. So if you do that, it's going to give you 169. Okay, I'll just 4 times 5 times negative 6 over 2 times 5. Okay, this is 10. 169 minus, you can do 4 times 5 times negative 6, and that'll give you minus 120. So 169 minus 120, sorry, you do 4ac, right? So it's going to become 4 times 5 times negative 6. The answer will be 4 times 5 times negative 6. It will give you negative 120, right? So now negative makes positive, so just add them up. Okay, so 169 plus 120 will give you 289. Alright, now just find the square root of 289. That'll give you 17, right? So it's going to be plus or minus 17. Okay, now I just solve. Let's take positive in the first case, and then we take negative in the second case. That becomes, now here 10x, 10 goes to the top, equals negative 13 plus 17 give you 4, and bring 10 to the side, and that'll give you 4 over 10, and if you simplify, you'll get 2 over 5. Okay, so now we got one x value. Now if you do it here, just it's 10x, it's negative 13 minus 17, so that'll give you negative 30 divided by 10. I'll give you negative 3. Okay, this is one value. So it could, now they're asking for the option, so it could be, the answers are x plus 3, because if you put negative 3 here, it ends up being 0. Okay, it's x plus 3 is one of our options, and another option, okay, the other factor is 5x minus 2, because if we put 2 over 5, just try it yourself. 5 times 2 divided by 5 will give you 2, then you subtract 2, will give you 0. Alright, so it's 5x minus 2. And which is the larger of the roots? Is it 2 over 5 or negative 3? It's of course 2 over 5. So you have to write it in a fraction, not decimal. Okay. Yeah. And where are the answers, x plus 3 and 5x plus 2. Which of the following is true about the equation 2x squared plus 80 equals 8? Now be careful, this is not a quadratic equation, it's just you just have to simplify, bring 8 to this side, and that becomes plus 72 equals 0. And then after this you do 2x squared equals negative 72. Then you divide by 2 on both sides, and that'll give you x squared equals negative 36. And now here, this equation doesn't have any roots, right? Because if you do square root of this and square root of this, it's going to be a square root of a negative number, so it's going to be inside. So it doesn't have a solution, so it's equivalent to x squared equal to negative 36, that we know. And in fact, it's also okay, x equals 6 is not a solution, and the equation has no real roots. It's these three options. Now, you must have done this last grade. It's just multiplying and simplifying. So essentially what you're doing here is just multiplying. So it's just this times this over this. So you know what to do, right? It's just, I'll just give you the simplified version. So 3x minus 9 is going to be 3x minus 3 times, and on this side it's going to be x minus 3 x plus 5 for this one. And on this side, this thing is gonna be, where I get x minus 2 x plus 5 for this equation. I mean this, what do you call it? Okay, it's going to be x minus 3 x minus 2. Alright, now you have the simplified forms of everything, and you can just see what's common in the numerator and denominator, and now you're gonna like cancel. It's going to look something like this. You'll end up having this look like this, 3x minus 3 over x minus 2 squared. Okay, so it's this. Oh wait, sorry. It's this one. Okay. 4x squared minus 23x plus 28 equals. Now here again you need to, if you want you can just use your calculator, or I'll also solve it in the using the formula. Just go to your calculator, go to that same formatting, just put the values 4x squared minus 23 plus 28, and that's gonna give you, if you plug these values in your calculator, you'll get x1 equals 4 and x2 equals 7 over 4. Okay. 1 root of this equation is 7 over 4, and this one's going to be 4. And over here, if you just check, 4x squared is just the product of 4x and x, and here it's gonna be 4 it's gonna be 4, and over here it's gonna be 7 over 4. Try doing 4 times, wait, 4 times 7 over 4, 7 times 4. Okay, anyways, just cut this out. If you take 4x minus, let's say 4, and we put the value of 4 here, you're gonna get something else. So wait, if you put 7 over 4 here, it's just try doing that. 4 times 7 over 4 will give you 4x and 7 over 4. No, 7. If you put 7 over 4 here, right, as one of our solutions, you're gonna get 4. If you do 4 times 7 over 4, it's gonna be 7. Then you subtract 7 and you get 0. And over here, if it's common sense, it's just 7. No, I mean x minus 4, right? And one of our roots is positive 4. If you put 4 here, you're gonna end up having 0. Okay, so it's 4x minus 7 and x minus 4. Yeah, 4. Here is a bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure that you might have done this kind of question before. X squared minus 40x, right, equals, take 180 to this side. I'll tell you in a minute, because if you try solving the equation like this, you're not gonna get it in this form, right? So just put this outside. You want to get this in the form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, right? So yeah, take 5 outside. Yeah, now it's easier to solve. Yeah, get this in the form of that, so it's gonna be this 8x is nothing but 2ab, so it's 2x, and b is definitely 4, right? So it's going to be x squared minus 8x plus 4 squared, so that's 4 squared. Okay, and subsequently you have to multiply 5 times 16 and you add it to this side. You've learned this before, so it's 5 times 16 becomes 80, and right, so 180 plus 80, so you have 260 on this side, the right hand side, and here you have 5x squared minus 8x plus 16, right? And now just simplify that equation. Get x minus 4 squared. Okay, so it's x minus 4 squared equals 260. It's not that hard. Alright, this is one geometry question. Refer to the figure below. Okay, so they're asking for px, this one. Now what can we conclude from this? We know SR, they haven't written it, but SR and PQ are parallel, yeah, and SQ and PR act as transversals. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is these two triangles are congruent because you know that alternate alternate interior angles are supposed to be equal. So angle S is equals to angle Q and angle R is equals to angle P. And we know that opposite angles, vertically opposite angles are also equal. So SRX is equals to XPQ is what I'm trying to say. Now, once we have that understood, we can identify that SR is half of PQ, right? 7, and here it's 14. So SX is 4 and XQ is 8, and if RX is 6, then XP will be 12. Okay, I hope you get it. So PX will be 12, right? And QX will be 8. Now, to the nearest degree, the measure of SRX. They're asking for this. For this question, what you have to do is written it down somewhere. Yeah, here you have to use the cosine rule. So cosine rule for B. Alright. I won't write the rule, but I'll just quickly solve it. Okay. 16 squared. Okay, we're talking about one sec. Okay, we're talking about this triangle, so it's nothing but 4 squared equals b squared plus c squared, right? B squared here is, alright, I'll just simplify things further. Let's say this is A. Oh wait, no. A, B, C, and this is angle B, it's angle A, angle C. Alright, now it's much clearer. I can just 4 squared, yeah, equals 7 squared, which is B, plus this 6 squared minus 2bc times cos A. Okay, minus 2bc, which is 2 times 7 times 6 cos A, right? Now it's way easier. Just simplify. It's gonna be 16 equals 49 plus 36 minus 2 times 7 times 6, 84, yeah, cos A. Okay, so what's 49 plus 36? It's 85. Now we figured out okay, 16. So if you just shuffle the values, it's gonna be 85 minus 16 equals positive 84 cos A. I hope you got that, because if you put this on the side, it's gonna turn positive, and bring this here, it's gonna be minus 16. Now 85. Now be careful, you can't just subtract 85 and 84, because 84 belongs to this, and you're multiplying negative 84 with cos A. So here you have 69 equals 84 cos A, and you divide both sides by 84. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, then you end up getting 23 over 28, alright, equals cos A. So what's 23? Yeah, so once you get 23 over 28, just put shift cos 23 over 28. Yeah, cos shift, and you'll get something like 34.777, which is rounded to the nearest whole number will be 35. Yeah, 35. Okay, now using part B, I just cleared the part. Okay, using part B, you can deduce to the nearest. Okay, area is so easy. Just you guys should know the formulas by now. It's half of one side times the other side times sine of the angle in between. So let's take SRX. That is why is this wrong? Okay. 12. The area of this triangle is 12 because we know that angle SRX is 35 degrees. Yeah, we rounded it off, so it's going to be half of 6. Let's take half of 6. That'll be 3 times 7 times sine 35 for this, and for this triangle it's gonna be half of 12. This px is 12, so it's gonna be 6 times 14 times sine, again sine, if this angle is supposed to be 35, no, wait, sine 35. Yeah, so basically just use sine 35 again because the angles are equal. So now you get 12 here. No, just do it. I'll just do it quickly. 7 times sine 35. You get 12.04. Again, it's rounded. And if you do it for here, you get some number close to 48. 6 times 14 times sine 35. You'll get 48.1, so just round it off to 14. I hope my explanations are like clear. Okay, 8 and SRX is 35. Again, one more. Okay, I think we have more. Okay. Okay. Quadrilateral EFGH, right? Oh my. To the nearest degree, measure of FGE. Yeah, for this, all these questions, I think we need to use sine rule. So nearest degree FGE, you want to find this angle, okay? So here, where did I write it down? 7. 1 second, guys. Yeah. Here we have to do sine, no. 14. Okay, let's just write this as A, this is B, this is C. Okay, this is angle A. Okay. Now, just do 14 over sine 60 equals, you want to find this, right? 6. Now, I'm gonna remind you, your calculator has to be in degrees, not radians, okay? So for that, just do shift and menu or setup and go, oh wait, 1 second. Go to angle unit and select degree, okay? I'm not gonna elaborate on that for now, just quickly. Okay, 6 over sine x for now. I hope you know how to put alpha equals and shift solve. So it's basically, you can do cross multiplication or just solve it division form. So 14 over sine 60 equals 6 over sine x, right, the unknown value, and then you do shift solve, and then you'll get 21.7. okay, so the nearest whole number, you just round it off to 22, so it's 21.7, just round it off to 22. Oh yeah, 21.7. It's just 22 degrees. Now, what's the next part? Applying the cosine on triangle EFG gives GE equals dash centimeters. Okay. For this, I don't think you need to use the cosine rule. Just use sine rule. It's gonna make it harder. Okay, sine rule is so easy. It's basically x over sine 98. Now, if you're asking why did I get sine 98, because it's 98 degrees here. It's 180 minus a rounded off value of angle J, 22 minus 16, you get 98. Okay. Now let's just complete this quickly, please. Okay, x over sine 98 equals 14 over sine 60. So you're applying the sine rule, you're taking in consideration of the relations, yeah? So if you do this on your calculator, x is going to be equals to it's going to be equal to 16, somewhere around that. So you know the rounded off value is going to be 16. Sine rule and EGH gives EH. You want to find EH in this case. You want to find this. Yeah. For this, just do 16 over sine 64 equals x over sine 42. Alright? And then just solve this in your calculator. You're gonna get 12. X equals, round it off to 12. Should I explain this? Okay, wait. It's because 16 is this over the angle, and EH is this, x is EH, that goes over sine 42. Yeah. Now round it to the nearest whole number, the area of the quadrilateral. Now just find the area of this triangle and this triangle and just add it up. Yeah. Okay, so for this triangle GFE, it's going to be half of 6 and 16 times sine 60. And for this, it's going to be half 16 times 12 times sine 74. Now, if you add these two up, you're going to get 133.8, which is rounded off to 134 to the nearest whole number. Okay? I'll put in the values. Um, 34. Okay, refer to the figure below. Okay, this is a pentagon, guys. This one. And triangle ABC. Okay, wait. It's all in the diagram, so I don't need to explain why. Okay, to the nearest degree, DBE. So I don't know why they gave this in the first question, but you need to find B, C, and D before. B, C before finding A, but anyways, whatever. You want to find this, right? So essentially, what you have to do is find this angle, this, and this, yeah? And just add it up. It's not that hard. Now for question 8, yeah, part A, it's basically, you want to find this angle, that'll be 8 over sine x equals 15 over sine 90, okay? It's 8 over sine over 15, equals 15 over this. I'm pretty sure you know the rules. I don't have to yeah. So if you do this, you're gonna get sine x. Don't forget your calculator has to be in degrees, so it's gonna be x equals 32.2 degrees. So it's just 32. Okay. Now here, this triangle is equilateral, so this 15 is 15, and all angles are equals to 60. Yeah. So we know that this is just 60, so just put this here. Now, here, what's this? Here, it's 8, 8 over sine x equals, you have to find this first. What's the hypotenuse? The value of the hypotenuse is 15 squared plus 8 squared. Yeah. Equals to 17 squared. I'm not gonna. 17 over sine 90. Yeah. And then if you solve it, you're gonna get an answer that's close to 28 degrees. So now if you just add 32 plus 60 plus you'll end up with 120. Okay, I hope that's clear, very clear. Now BD, we just found it. I told you it's I don't know why they gave this here. Okay, BD equals 17. BE, now BE again, just apply the Pythagorean a squared plus 8 squared equals hypotenuse squared, right? Just do 225 minus 64. A squared equals 161, so A equals 161. Square root of 161. So K is 161, okay? To the nearest whole number, the area. So again, for area you need to find the individual areas of each triangle. So triangle 1 is 4 times radical 161 times sine 90. It's half of this times this times the angle in between. That'll give you 50.75, yeah. And plus, and for this, it's 7.5 times 15 times sine 60, 97.42. And here it's, again, just to apply the same principle, it's 15, can have any side, so it's 15 times 4, half of this, times sine 90. Yep. 60, just add plus. Gonna get 208.17, so it's just 208. Question 9. So what they did here, one second. Question 9. Here. Whenever you get a question without a diagram, just draw it, because it's not that hard to draw either. Just draw a simple triangle and do ABC. Do ABC. And just put the value. AB equals 12, BC equals 8, and ABC equals 64. Now you have, in this question you have to use cosine rule, okay? I'm just gonna ignore this values for now because I'm not using them, okay? Round it to the nearest whole number, AC. They're asking for AC, yeah? So let's take this as b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos b, right? Okay, I'm just going to erase this now. B squared equals 64 plus 144 minus 2 times 12 times 8 times cos 64, okay? I hope you're following up because I'm going a bit faster. Now, if you just simplify, it's going to be b squared equals 208 minus 192 cos 64. Okay, no. Okay, yeah. So just do 192 times cos 64 on your calculator. You're gonna get 84. Yeah. And 208 minus 84 will give you wait a sec. We'll give you 124. Yeah, it'll give you 124, and you find the square root. B equals square root of 124, which is 11.1, which is 11. Okay. Round it to the nearest degree measure of A. Measure of A is nothing but 8 over measure of angle A, my bad. Sine A equals 11 over sine 64. And if you do this, you'll get 40.8, which is 41, not 40. It's 8 here, so it goes up to 41. And rounded to the nearest whole number, the area of ABC will be 6 times 8. Oh no, wait. 12 and AB is 8. 64. Yeah. half of 12, let's just take half of 12. No, or you can take half of 4. It can either be 12 times 4 or it can either be 6 times 8. Either that or this. And then you do times 64 to find it's gonna be 43.14. Just 43. Here 11 41 43. Question 10. Where are you? Yeah. Again, just draw it. It's not that hard. It's just 8. Just do this. Don't forget to do this because it's really, really helpful. And then just put BC. What's the measure of BC? Just put 30 here, and AC it's 34. Measure of angle C is 42. Now you need to be careful. You don't apply cos 42 just like that on your calculator. It's going to be 0.74. So stick to this approximations. So just use 0.7, okay? AB squared is nothing but here you need to apply the cosine rule. So it's x squared equals 34 squared plus 30 squared minus 2 times 34 times 30 cos 42. You're finding, what are we finding here? We're finding AB, which is nothing but C. We know that C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2BC times cos C. Is it clear? It's like very, very clear. Since X, just do it. It's it's 2056, yeah, here, minus, just do 2 times 34 times 30, that'll give you 2040, and don't forget what I said, it's not cos 42, you have to multiply by 0.7, because I tried it and it gave me a different answer. So now here's, if we do x squared equals this, you're gonna get x squared equals 628. So do 2056 minus 2040 times 0.7. Okay, one last question. Okay, ABC, and now AB is 10.5, AC is 10, and CB is 8.5. No angles, okay? There are no angles given. So now, again, asking for the measure of angle A. Now, apply the same cosine rule. So it's 8.5 squared equals 10.5 squared plus 10 squared okay, minus 2 times 10.5, which is C. You're finding what again? Yeah, you're finding A. So the formula is A square equals B square minus C square, and minus 2 AC cos A. So in that case, it's gonna be times 10.5 times 10 times cos A. So we don't know cos A. The cos A is this. If you simplify, you're gonna get 72.25 equals, I'll just erase this, equals 210.25 minus 210 cos A, right? bring this to this side and this to this side. So that'll be 210 cos A equals 210.25 minus 72.5. Sorry, it's a bit shabby, but like I know you can like get it. Minus 72.25, and that's 138, and you divide both sides by 200. You get, and then like once you do division and all that, you get 23 over 35. So K is 23. We just cross check. Yep. Yeah, so the answer is 628 here and 23. Alright guys, I just want to do one correction in question 1. It was I selected 5x plus 2, so but it's actually 5x minus 2. It's this one. Okay. Now continuing what we did from where we stopped. I think we stopped question 10. Okay. So in question 11, this is kind of easy. We use the same concepts. Again, draw a triangle ABC. Okay. And then you mark this as A, lowercase b, C. And then this becomes okay, just put 10 centimeters because it's given. BC is 10 and measure of angle B is 45 degrees and measure of angle C is 75 degrees. Alright, so far we have this. Now they want to find the measure in centimeters of angle C. Okay, how do you find it? So if you want to find angle C, you need to segment AC or side AC. You need to do you need to first find out what's the value of angle A. So as we know, angle B and C is 45 and 75. Just subtract them for 180. So 180 minus 45 minus 75 will give you 60 degrees here. Okay, that's pretty simple. You don't need to overcomplicate anything here. So we know that angle A is 60 degrees, and then we can use the sine rule, that is 10 over sine 60 is equals to x, what we're trying to find, and this corresponding angle, which is sine 45 for angle B. So if you plug this into your calculator, it's going to be 10 over sine 60, and then you put alpha equals, then you put alpha whatever x, just put variable over sine 45, and then you end up with 8.16, which is equals to x. They're asking for the missing value, x times radical 6 over 3. So now what do? You divide both sides, you multiply this, you just basically divide both sides by this radical 6 over 3. So if you do 8.16 divided by radical 6 over 3, you're gonna get 9.993. But if you want to avoid this number, you have to get the answer and you divide it straight. So let's try doing that. 10 over sine 60, alpha equals alpha x over sine 45. Shift solve. Then you what's wrong? Yeah, and you get 8.164965 something. Then you multiply the answer by radical 6 over, radical 6 over 3, and then you get, divided by radical 6 over 3, my bad. Then you divide it, and then you get kind of the same answer. So it's 9.9, so just round it off to 10. Okay. Here AB, another question. Part B. ABC. AC is 3 radical 3 centimeters and BC is 9 and measure of angle A is 60. Now what they're asking is for measure B. For measure B, you have to do you're finding this, right? So you do 9 over sine 60. Using the sine, applying the sine rule, you can do this, and which is equals to 3 radical 3 over sine x. So if you do this on your calculator, you're gonna get 30 degrees flat, straight. If this is 30 and in a triangle is 180, the sum of the measures of the angles are 180. So it's 180 minus 60 minus 30 equals 90. So measure of angle C is 90. Alright, I'll put the value here. Here we get 10, 30, 90. Okay, consider the 3 sets of data. They give you 3 sets. Okay, now the set of data which has no mode, so that's basically C, because there's no number that occurs the most. Everything is just random. And set of data which has 3 modes, let's see. Let's check A, for example. What number occurs the most? Let's see. 18 occurs 2 times, 5 occurs 2 times, and what else? 99. So A has 3 modes and the value of the largest one is 99. That's pretty clear. And the set of data, anyways, it's just one left. It's B. As 1 mode and its value is check for, because 1 occurs 4 times, so it's 1. Oh, my bad. 1. Okay, this is a scatter plot, scatter diagram. So now here they're asking for the correlation. So whenever you see a downward slope, it's negative and it's strong. So what strong means is that they're densely packed all around the slope, so that when you see that, it's always strong. Okay, if the number of hours represented by x and the average by y, then the equation of the line of the best fit is, okay, first you need to find the slope. So once you find the slope, it's really easy. I'm just gonna quickly write down. Slope is basically just rise over run y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And now just take 2 values, which is pretty clear, this one and this one. So the corresponding values are 20 and 60 and 12 and 90. 12 and 90 is x1 and y1. So if you put it in the form of the equation y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, you're gonna get y minus 90 equals, and then you find the slope, y2 minus 1. If you do the calculation, you're gonna get negative 15 over 4, because so basically you have to do 60 minus 90 over 20 minus 12, right? Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so then you have to put this in the equation form. So y minus 90 equals the slope times x minus 12. Now if you just get rid of the 4 and multiply all sides, it's going to become y minus 360 equals negative 15 x minus 12. And if you multiply this, it's going to become negative 15 plus 180. And then if you put this to this side, so that'll become positive 15x equals 180 plus 36. 180 plus 360. My bad. It's 360. 90 times 4 is 360, so it becomes 540. Yeah, so that's it. It's 15x and this number is 150. Now the rest two questions are just easy. I'm just gonna put the value. Now here for C, based on the line of best fit, okay, the expected score for a person who spends 12 hours watching TV during the weekend is just look at 12 times spent, and then you look at the value that it's. So the average grade is 90, so that's weird, but okay. The model letter grade. So if you just look at the diagram, where is the most dense amount of values? It's between 80 to 60, so it's B. It's capital B. Now here, you practically don't need to solve it on paper. Just do it on your calculator. Menu, and then go to A, polynomial. Put the value 5x squared plus 58x minus 24. You get x is 2 over 5, and the other value is negative 12. Here, what you have to do is just simplify it. It's common sense. Just take 2 to the other side, becomes 3, and divide both sides by 3, and that gives you x minus 4 squared equals 1. And square root this, it becomes x minus 4 equals negative 1, or x minus 4 equals positive 1. And the solution is either you bring this to this side, becomes 4 minus 1, that becomes 3, and this becomes plus 1 plus 4, that becomes 5. So here it's 3, 1, it's 1 or negative 1. Here it's 3 and 5. Now here, what's the mode of the number of pets per household? What's the number of pets and their frequency? The highest frequency is 38, with households with number of pets equals to 2. So 2 is the mode. What is the interquartile range of the set of data given below? Data is given in ascending, so that's good. We don't have to arrange it. 50th person, we know, just count the number of values here. It's 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 times 6 equals 30. 30 values, and you want to find the mid, the 50th percentile, which is the half of it. That's Q2, right? So the formula for this is 30 plus 31 divided by 2. Wait. Oh, no. You take the half of this, alright? You get 15. And then you add 16. And then you divide by 2. So you have to get... Okay, wait. You take half of 30, which is 15. And then you go to the 15th value, which is 60. And then you go to the 16th value, which is also 60. And then you add them up. And then you divide it by 2. So that gives you 60 again. So we know that 60 is Q2. Now we know that IQR, which is interquartile range, is equals to Q3 minus Q1. So we have to find Q1 first. So we know that half is 15, stops here. So since 15 is an odd number, we just add 15 plus 1 divided by 2. So we have to take the 8th value. 5, 6, okay, it's 36. Q1 is 36, and you have to find Q2, which is the 75% of 30. Wait. Which is 20. Okay, never mind. Just take the half. What's half of the right side? So Q3 is basically 75th percentile. So just find 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So the half of this is going to be 15. Is also 15 plus. Wait. Yeah, the 8th value after 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th value on this side is 86. So you do Q3 is 86. You subtract 86 minus 36 and you get 50. That's the interquartile range. Here the scatter plot below displays the scores 12 students obtained. Okay, here this what exam score is expected for a student who studies for 7 hours. Oh yeah, this is just like easy. Just do this and like get the value. Yeah. We know that every thing is 16, right? So you take half of 16, which is 8, so it's 86, right? The exam score is 86, right? I think that's the correct answer. Yeah, that is. Yeah. No, wait. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so... No, you add like 8 to 80, so that becomes 88. Yeah, it's 88. Oh no. Okay, 19, question 19. Here again we have to draw some, gotta draw some stuff. ABC. With BC equals 6 and AC equals 11 and measure of angle C equals 60. What's the measure of AB? Again, now we have to use the cosine rule. C squared equals 11 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 times 11 times 6 cos 60 degrees. C squared equals 157 minus 132 cos 60, which is, when you simplify, you get C squared equals 91. Alright? Just calculate. It's not that hard. Again, you have to draw a triangle RST. With ST 10, radical 3, and measure of R 30 degrees, and measure of t 60 degrees, and you can write 90 here. I don't think we need that. What is the value of rs? So that's basically 10 radical 3 over sine 30 equals x over sine 60. So if you solve it, you get 30. Okay. And now last question. Again, it's just common sense. It doesn't have, it's not a quadratic equation, so just simplify. X squared equals, bring 15 to this side, that'll become 40. Square this, square both sides, and that'll give you x equals square root of 40, which is plus or minus, wait, this is nothing. If you simplify this, it's going to be, they're asking for the simplest form, so it's 2 times 2 times 10, and you take 2 this side because it's squared, so that's going to become plus or minus 2 radical 10. So they're asking for the smaller root. It's going to be negative 2 radical 10, like this, and put 10. Okay, thank you.